Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Be Perfectly Blended. I just wanted to jump on and say hi, good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is where you're at. And I just wanted to say thank you. Over the last week or so, my channel is really growing. I'm excited. And I just wanted to say thank you. I really, really appreciate you watching my videos, subscribing, hanging out with me. I also wanted to explain what I'm doing today. So right now, there's no one home. And so I wanted to take the time to clean my carpet right here, just in my high traffic area with the carpet cleaner. I have two events going on in November here. One being I'm hosting Thanksgiving, super excited, look forward to those videos. But also I have two children with birthdays at the end of October. And so that first Sunday in November, I'm having a Sunday dinner, birthday dinner. So I wanted to do the carpets right now before that. And then I will go back in between those days. So after the birthday and do the whole upstairs in preparation for Thanksgiving. But right now I'm just gonna do the high traffic areas. But I'm gonna start with this, my new vacuum. I ordered a Shark from Amazon during Prime Days. This is for upstairs. A Shark that's kind of like the stick vac style, and it's good. It works fine. I just feel like it gets a little more clogged than what I would like it to as I'm vacuuming upstairs. I'm gonna keep it downstairs because it does work fine. And I don't have to carry a vacuum up and down. When our dog is out, she does have a kennel downstairs, but that's really more so for comfort. If I have a lot of kids here or something, she'll be down in the kennel or outside, or if there's fireworks, things like that. But otherwise, she's upstairs. And so here's where the bulk of the hair is. Yay! So I ordered this vacuum. It had good reviews. I used it today for the first time. Vacuum my area here real quick so that I could get to doing the carpet. And then we have some dishes to tackle because last night was our first fall storm here. I wish I would have recorded, but the wind was crazy and we lost power on and off, on and off. So we decided, let's grab some teriyaki, not thinking that they're going to be dealing with the same issue we are. So I did have some steak left over from fajitas that I made. And of course I didn't want to make fajitas again, but I had tortillas. So I made steak quesadillas with sour cream and salsa. And it was great. It was wonderful. Right after that, the power went out, then came back on. So I cleaned the kitchen, but the dishes themselves, they're there. And I'm going to go ahead and handle them today, along with the mugs and breakfast bowls and things like that that have accumulated. So I'm going to jump off here. I just wanted to say hi real quick, and we'll get started doing this and then cook dinner later on today. So thanks for coming along with me. So here is a look at my new upstairs vacuum. I'm just super excited. What it's looking like, so it's not too bad, but definitely I did do some sweeping from the kitchen right on in here because I'm going to vacuum. So yeah, let's do it. I really like the way this vacuum feels, like the pull or the way it's kind of pulling up to clean the carpet. It's also the type of vacuum that leaves the really good vacuum lines. I also like how this vacuum moves, the wheels underneath and the head, the way it kind of turns and stuff. It's just really easy to maneuver around things. I like that a lot as well. Now, having the canister on top, obviously it can't reach underneath as easily as the stick vac, but I do really like it. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Yuck. All right, well, let's definitely do the carpets now. All right, so I got the carpet cleaner out, and I am basically doing this area. I'll probably do some into the hallway, but we have the hallway rug there, which really does its job. But look at this. So I want to do this area and this area, but I need to give it time to dry before everybody gets home, so I don't really have time to do much more than that. But yeah, let's get it done. I've got to say, this right here was a little eye-opening. First of all, to see how much my vacuum picked up, the new vacuum. Oh my gosh. So that just, I guess, shows and confirms how much I needed a new vacuum for upstairs. But also then cleaning the carpets. I have not done the carpets since the beginning of summer or before summer. So they were so dirty. I mean, when you look at the water, and I really am trying to get in close so you can just see it sucking up the dirt. And then, of course, I'll show it dumping out. And I'm going to redo it again and then one more time. But wow, this was really needed. Also, because we have lived here so long and our carpet will be replaced here pretty soon. That is one thing that we are looking forward to, and we're actually going to put hardwood floors in, so that will be exciting. But back to the carpet, I also don't ask people to take their shoes off. I do ask them to wipe their feet, but I don't ask them to take their shoes off because I have a dog that walks around, and so I feel like some people would prefer not to walk around where a dog is with their socks on. So with that being said, and then you throw my family in and my grandkids and everything, yeah, the carpet gets dirty pretty fast. But anyways, I'm just thankful I got to do it. Hey, feet. So I was pretty satisfied with the results. This was the first time I went over it. And it still looks a little rough in some of the more high traffic areas. I did go back and go over that again. Plus, it's still wet. So when it's wet, it kind of looks a little darker. But I was definitely pleased and pretty satisfied. Look at this. Oh my. And like I said, this was the first time. And then I did go back again. Yeah, flush that down. I do want to clarify that if I was replacing this carpet with new carpet, then from that point on, I probably would have people remove their shoes just to maintain that carpet. But because this carpet's so old and I have the dog, you know, that's kind of why I don't really do that right now. Anyway, so now I'm going to go ahead and start the chili in the slow cooker. That's what we're having for dinner. But this way it can go ahead and cook as obviously the carpet's drying, and then I'm going to run to Winco and come back and then finish up. So here I'm just chopping up an onion. This is one of the onions that my son grew in his garden, so that's kind of cool. Now, I do not have peppers right here, but I will get some when I run to Winco, and that's the first thing I'll do when I get back is wash those, chop them up, and throw them in, and they have plenty of time to get tender. But here I am just cooking up some hamburger meat and adding the onion directly to it. I am not going to show just step by step because I have made chili on my channel many times before, and it tends to be basically the same. So here I'm just breaking up the meat, cooking it down, seasoning my meat with just my typical seasoned salt, onion powder, garlic powder, and pepper. It's funny, I've noticed the last few times I'm in the kitchen that my cupboards are open because that's where I'll set you, just like right now, as I'm filming. So anyways, excuse my cupboards being open. So now what I've done is I am putting this chili into my slow cooker. So I've plugged my slow cooker and turned it on high, and I put about a cup of water in along with a beef bouillon cube because I do not have any beef broth. So I put that in, and then I'm just adding my beans. So you can get whatever beans you like. We do chili beans, and then kidney beans, black beans, red beans, and then this time I got white beans. So that was for the first time I've used those, and that was super good. They turned out great. And then in this chili, I just had a can of diced tomatoes. I did not have tomato sauce as well, so I just added that in, and of course a little sugar, and yeah, mixed it all up. Now I'm just going to add the meat and onions and mix it all together. add my chili seasoning packet. Mix it up, and then initially I do have it on high to start, and then I'm going to put the lid on it and let it go. I guess I've practiced enough avoidance when it's come to these dishes, so I'm going to go ahead and get those started. I do need to soak them, so I'm filling up my sink with some really warm water, Dawn dish soap, and a splash of bleach. Also, shout out to me for remembering to put an apron on, as I'm going to be going to Winco when I'm done doing the dishes. As I mentioned, I ended up making steak and cheese quesadillas the night before. And so we had some leftover steak, the meat that I used for fajitas, but it wasn't seasoned. It was separate. I didn't use it all for the fajitas. So what I ended up doing was just cooking that up, and I did add a little bit of fajita seasoning, but not as much as I would if it was for fajitas, just enough for some of that flavor. And then I used my regular little bit of seasoning, salt, onion powder, and garlic. And the meat turned out really, really good. And then I just took the tortilla, I added butter into the skillet, kind of fried it up a little bit, added the steak and cheese, folded it. And then once it got kind of golden on one side, flipped it over to the other side. And we had some sour cream, taco sauce, and a little bit of salsa. It was super good, along with some chips. So yeah, worked out great. But these are the dishes left over from that. So I'm really giving this skillet a nice little scrub. And then you will also see my casserole dish. So as I clean that as well, I ended up putting those both on the dry rack to just dry. So when I get back from Winco, because yeah, once I'm done with this, we're going to get ready to run to Winco real quick. Then those will be dry. And then that way I can just rinse everything else and put that in the drying rack as well. So yeah, it's nice and sunny outside right now. So it's kind of the perfect time to get to the store. So we're going to go ahead and do that. All right, we're at Winco. I just got a few things to grab, so let's go get them. Hey, there's my peppers that I need to grab real quick. I really didn't need to get much out of this section, as my husband already grabbed some fruit, some bananas, some grapes, a few apples. I really needed to get some snacks. And then look at this large box of cereal, because that is the cereal both of my sons requested for this week. So I grabbed a big box. I did stock up on some chicken, because I will be frying some chicken legs as part of the dinner for the upcoming birthday celebration for my kids. And then I just grabbed some extra seasoning, oil, butter, a few canned vegetables, those things that are all on sale right now because of the time of year. And then, like I mentioned, some snack things, a little bit of soda, and we're ready to roll. And this is my little bad habit, my Coke Zeros. I do like to grab them in the bottle, and I just keep those in my car. That way, when I grab one, if I'm going to work or running in somewhere, I can just put the lid back on it. Anyway, so now I'm just going to go ahead and load up the car, and we'll head back home, check on the chili. I'll give a quick grocery haul, get it all put away. So here is a quick overview, some fish crackers here. Like I said, a lot of snacks, cereal, chips. So I'll start here. I did get 2 packs of these chicken legs for the upcoming birthday party, some hamburger meat for meatloaf and tacos, and then these chicken nuggets for the weekend or chicken tenders, some extra oil, some snacks, and then these are the granola bars that my sons prefer. And then some new creamer, of course, for the upcoming week. Some chicken breasts for chicken Alfredo. I am going to make chicken and dumplings, so look forward to that. Some hamburger buns for hamburgers. Of course, the double stuffed Oreos that are like regular Oreos and even in a smaller container now, seems. These muffins here, my kids like those. And then here's the cereal they wanted for this week. I love these. Sorry, I do. The real ones with the real icing, super good. Some extra seasonings, and then I did get some extra butter, my peppers, of course, and some of those little graham cookies that I like. So not too much, got it all put away. And then here's the peppers. I did get this out to start making lists for planning the party and Thanksgiving as well. So I washed my peppers real quick and just chopped them up. And here's what the chili's looking like. It smells so good. And so I'm going to go ahead and add my peppers. And then I do turn it down to the lower setting. Put the lid back on and just let it do its thing. So now it is pretty close to dinner time, so I'm going to go ahead and make this cornbread. I really like this cornbread mix. It is super good. Now I follow the directions on the back. You only see me add a little bit of oil, and that's because I add butter as well. I just have it melting in the microwave, so I'll add that here in just a second. But this cornbread mix is really, really good, especially with the honey that it has in it. But anyways, I'm just mixing it together. I did spray my pan. I'm just using my little cornbread pan here. I did preheat my oven, so by the time my cornbread was mixed, it was ready to go directly in. But I forgot I had my other cast iron and stuff in there, so boom, had to move those out real quick. Super hot. Leave a comment down below and let me know. Anyone else leave their cast iron just in their oven instead of having a specific place for it to go? So now I'm just scrubbing and rinsing the dishes that I had soaking here in my sink. It is smelling so good in my kitchen right now, between how it smells here with the Dawn and the bleach, and then the cornbread and the chili. It just smells so good. Here, I just realized that I still have my sunglasses on my head, which is funny because A, it's not sunny outside anymore, and it's pretty much almost dark. But finishing up with the dishes here, this is my favorite part, just draining it and rinsing out the sink. Here's my big pile, of course, as I do it. Now my chili is done. I do just leave the lid askew and turn it down, and then I will add some cheese across the top there. The cornbread smelling good. It is ready to go. The knife really wasn't working with the butter, so I did just end up using my hands, and my hands are clean. So yeah, spreading that yummy, yummy butter. So good. Here's what my dinner is looking like. The chili turned out so good. I did add some grapes for my son's plate. And yeah, my dog has been so patient, so she is going to get a treat here in just a minute. She enjoys her little hot dogs. That's a good girl. Yes, you are. Sit down. I'll get you a treat. Girl. Good girl. She's so funny. She's stalking me here for this little piece of cornbread, which she will get. No. But yeah, I decided to enjoy my dinner right here on the couch. Love you. Thank you so much for coming along with me today as I got my carpet clean, went to Winco, made some chili for dinner. Please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up, and I hope to see you in the next one.